Calo Nord is dead, Lord Malak. He has failed in his mission. Forgive me.
The penalty for failure is death, Admiral Kareth. But the failure was Calo's, not yours. You may rise.
Shall I hire another bounty hunter, Lord Malak?
No mere bounty hunter can stand against a Jedi. I shall not make the same mistake again. My apprentice, Darth Bandon, shall take care of our young Jedi friend. Find Bastila and bring her to me, alive, if possible.
As you command, Master.
Manaan is a world covered in water and the home of the Selkath species. The only above-surface settlement on Manaan is the floating Auto City, built above Hrakert Rift. The Hrakert Rift is an abundant source of the healing liquid known as Kolto. Manaan allows the presence of both the Sith and the Republic on its territory, and the tension is felt immediately as the Padawan and his crew venture into the Auto City.
I'm warning you. Don't push me or you'll get just what you're asking for.
Try it. Just try it. I'd love to see you throw the first punch. And with all the cameras around, the Selkath would be all over you inside of 30 seconds. You break their laws. You pay the price, Republic scum!
Manaan's an unusual place. Not for its water, mind you. It's the Kolto, healing juice, only place where it occurs in the galaxy.
Manaan is a water world inhabited by an aquatic race known as the Selkath. Their only surface city and spaceport is called Otto. It is unique in that the Selkath are firm in their neutrality. They are neither part of the Republic nor controlled by the Sith, and they wish to keep it that way.
Both sides tolerate each other for the sake of the Kolto. It is the main export of the Selkath, and it keeps them neutral in the war. The three proceed to the Republic Embassy to learn more about the star map's location, and once the pleasantries are over, they learn some intriguing information.
We are not supposed to speak of this, but since you are a Jedi and we have exhausted all the other options, I think I can entrust you with this. The Selkath conservatives, with their neutrality treaties, seek to treat the Sith and the Republic equally. This includes Kolto exports, but a few more far-sighted Selkath see that if the Sith are ever allowed to win, the galaxy will be plunged into darkness, and there would be nothing to stop them from taking Manaan anyway. So we made a deal.
The Republic had violated the neutrality treaty and began building a secret station underwater.
Shh, not so loud.
This station is to collect the Kolto in secret.
Yes, it is a technical violation of the treaty, but it is sanctioned by elements of the Selkath government. We need only to keep it hidden from the Sith. The amount we take would hardly be noticed, since most is lost naturally before it reaches the surface anyway. We were nearing completion of the base when the digging teams reported some sort of obstruction. An ancient building or artifact, possibly your star map. Transmissions from the base were cut off abruptly after that, and we haven't heard from the station since. When we lost contact with the station in the Hrakert Rift, we sent our contingent of Republic soldiers down to investigate. None returned. We've tried hiring mercenaries and sending them down as well, but none of those expeditions have returned either.
The Padawan decides to descend to the ocean floor and investigate, using one of the Republic submarines.
I would send soldiers to assist you, but we've lost many of ours, and nearly exhausted the mercenary population of this planet. The soldiers we have are barely enough to keep this base secure. The Sith have also noted our interest and begun to bribe mercenaries away from us. Please, find out what happened to the facility. There may be some survivors left down there.
There's an unease in this place. If not for the splashing water of the pool, there would only be silence. The corpse on the ground, its wounds, and the sealed door tell a vague story of what happened here.
This whole place feels wrong somehow.
Caution would be wise.
How did you get in? Did they send another submersible? Quick, we have to get out of here. We have to get away. We have to leave now. I managed to close the door after they killed everyone else, but I don't know how long it will hold. The Selkath, they went crazy. They started killing anything that moved. Someone must have triggered the defense systems too, because all the droids activated as well. I was one of the mercs the Republic sent down here to find out what happened. We came down and secured the first couple of rooms. There were bodies everywhere. And the Selkath came out, screaming and croaking their fishy little war cries. They swarmed out and over us. There was no way we could stop them. So we ran. But hardly any of us made it. I locked the door behind us, but the others had already left in the submersible. The sharks. The Faraxa out there, and worse. I heard an explosion shortly after the submersible left. They didn't make it. Just food for the sharks and the Selkath. Like us.
In that case, they are fortunate to have even reached the station. It will be unwise to attempt to leave. More exploration is needed to...
No! I locked the door so the Selkath won't get in. If you open it, we're all done for. If you go in there, you're dead. You're all dead. If you want to die, then go. You won't hear me mourning for you.
It is difficult to believe all of the Selkath have gone insane. It is more likely they had a different reason for killing the mercenaries and Republic soldiers. There must be an explanation as to what happened here. The star map remains the priority, but even obtaining it will be meaningless if they cannot depart safely. Exploring deeper into the station reveals signs of battle, corpses, and... The Selkath appears to have used poison as a weapon. A bad sign. The Selkath have retractable venom-tipped claws, but, as in the Wookiee culture, using these claws is a sign of not only dishonor, but madness. It would appear there's no strategic reason these Selkath are killing. It is unlikely they're sabotaging the work of the Republic station with intent. The Selkath have truly gone insane. The station interior is damaged, and considering the signs of battle, there is an increased risk of breaches. It is possible some have already occurred. The station's cameras show a large number of Selkath, crazed and aggressive, muttering to themselves, if not turning on each other. The star map is somewhere on the ocean floor. Perhaps venturing outside of the station will provide more answers. If nothing else, there might be survivors that hid, for it appears there's no one else left inside the station, apart from the crazed Selkath. In order to get to the ocean floor, they need to reach the room with the environmental suits. The suits themselves can be found throughout the station, but more important are the sonic emitters, which will disperse the wandering Faraxa sharks in the water.
Somebody out there? Fishy, 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 come and eat me too. You can't get me, little fishy. Not in here. I'm safe behind my walls.
One could argue that a locker might not be the ideal hiding place, given the present situation.
You're just like the others. Fodder for the Selkath. Walking fish snacks. Trump, trump, trump. If you can run, you might be fast food.
When the Selkath went insane and started killing everybody, I locked myself in here. I'm safe in here. Nothing can hurt me in here. No fishy food for me.
Perhaps this individual knows what happened to the Selkath.
Don't know. Go ask them. When the demon screamed, it shook every mind in the station. We fell to the ground but survived. Fishy fishies, though, they just got hungry.
There must be a way to figure out what happened.
No, that's what the others said. Mercenaries like you, but they're dead. The Selkath ate them, lunchy munchy. Only the ones left in the south part of the base might still be alive, or where the Kolto is. Few fishies there, but many fishies in between the water.
Then that is where they must go, and sadly leave this survivor here on his own, as he refuses to leave the safety of his locker.
Bye-bye. Go look for fishy people. They'll chomp and bite and chomp and bite. Food for fishy. That's you.
It is unclear what the source of this demon scream could have been, but whatever it was, it caused all the Selkath to go insane at once. They can venture to the ocean floor at the nearest hatch, making sure to keep their distance from the Selkath, lest they be overrun, for they cannot slay them all quickly enough. They begin the underwater exploration and quickly learn they were not the first ones to come up with the idea.
Who's there? You're not Selkath, I can see that much. I'm a merc the Republic hired a couple days ago to investigate. But all we found was a bunch of insane Selkath killing everything that moves. All my companions are dead. The Selkath swarmed over us. There were dozens of them. And they looked wrong, somehow. Like something had changed inside them. Insane or something!
The hatch where they entered is overrun. In the worst-case scenario, once the star map is obtained, they'll need to find a way to access the docking bay and attempt to escape, no matter the risk.
I discovered a way to get to the bay and seal off the rest of the base. I just have to find the Kolto harvester they built on the edge of the Hrakert rift. It's got an emergency override to open the doors to the submarine docking bay. And I could get in from the outside. I figured my only chance was to slap on an environment suit, head out onto the ocean floor, and check that harvester out for myself. Besides, it's gotta be safer out on the ocean floor than back in there with all those crazed Selkath mutants running around looking for dinner. I'm not spending another minute in this facility. Not with those psychotic fish people all over the place. I'm heading out to the ocean floor right now. It leads to another complex of buildings. Going through them is the only way to reach the Kolto harvester. We should probably stick together, but I won't wait around in here with the Selkath. You can catch up with me if you want, down the hall and through the doors on the right. I'll be waiting on the ocean floor where it's safe.
Come on, hurry up. Don't just stand there, we have to keep moving. The water is filled with...
The ocean floor is a dangerous place, with Firaxan sharks densely present around the station. It is believed that the Firaxa and the Selkath are distant cousins, both descending from the Progenitor. This is why some believe the Firaxan sharks will not attack the Selkath in water, despite their predatory instincts towards other species. The Progenitor is a massive female Firaxan shark, which is believed to somehow be responsible for producing Kolto. It was the center of intense spiritualism by the Selkath, as they believed the Progenitor was the ancestor of their species. The Firaxan sharks are known to attack, which is why scientists operating outside use sonic emitters to stave off any Firaxan sharks that might come too close. These Firaxa, however, appear a lot more aggressive than is to be expected. Relying on the sonic emitters to keep them safe, the Padawan and his companions reach the next facility.
No, you can't come in here. You'll let the Firaxa and the Selkath in. No, stay out! Stay out! I won't let you open the door for those monsters to get in. I'll stop you. I'll suck all the pressure out of the chamber. That'll stop you.
Kill them! Kill them now!
No. The Firaxa will get us. No, the Selkath are coming. No, I'm sorry for what I did. I don't know what came over me. I just panicked when I heard someone outside the door. Please forgive me.
We're both just scared.
When the Selkath went crazy, I thought everyone else except me and Sammy went mad. We had a few people outside the station when it happened.
The Firaxan sharks just tore them apart. It was like they were frenzied.
The next thing we knew, our Selkath researchers started screaming and clawing at everything around them. My team was torn apart and eaten before my eyes. I'm Kono Nolan, and this is Sammy. We were scientists working here on the Hrakert Rift project.
With so much research and time spent on the ocean floor, they must know something about the location of the star map.
There were some ruins that were excavated when we were digging the foundations for the last section of the Kolto harvesting machine.
Maybe that's why it all happened in the first place.
This monster rose up from the rift.
It was a Pharaxa shark, I think. Bigger than anything I'd ever seen before. Bigger than our submersibles.
It was like it was screaming inside my head.
Then all the Selkath started screaming too. And they turned on us. Maybe it was protecting the ruins by the rift. It could have been. It might have a lair in the Hrakert rift near the Kolto vent. That might explain a few things too. Why it reacted so violently when our construction efforts got closer to the vent. And also, why it's so large. It must be feeding off the Kolto. Would have to be ancient indeed for it to reach that size. With Kolto as a food source.
And all those other Pharaxan sharks? Those might be its offspring.
Which would be why they all swarmed when it called out to them. Children coming to protect their mother.
The scientists propose using a specific chemical to poison the water and kill the shark, in hopes of eliminating the threat.
Which is exactly what we need in this situation. Something to kill that monster shark that destroyed our station.
But we don't know how else the chemical reacts. We only tried it in a controlled environment. In the open ocean, who knows what it could do? It could even affect the Kolto.
We know exactly what it'll do. It'll kill the shark. That's what we designed it to do.
But surely killing such an ancient creature is not the only option.
Well, the monster seems to have been driven out by the machinery we installed at the edge of the rift. We've seen it out there on the cameras, bashing itself against the machines. I think if you could destroy the machinery we installed, the shark would calm down and retreat back into its lair inside the rift.
But we'll lose everything we've built here. All those years of work.
It's better than whatever your chemical will do to the water. Destroying the machinery will be better in the long run. We can't risk damaging the environment or the Kolto. Once the machinery is gone, the shark should leave.
That won't work and you know it. We have to vent the toxin from the harvesting machine. Once the shark is dead, we can get back to mining the Kolto. You know what you have to do.
I just hope you make the right choice.
The star map is found. The data within it cannot be reached before this matter is resolved. The great Pharaxan shark seems to be blocking the path. The choice is hardly a difficult one. With the harvesting station no longer interfering with the natural cycle of the Kolto, the great Pharaxan shark, presumably the Progenitor, seems to have calmed down. It evidently understands the Padawan's actions, and that he intends no harm, for it cleared the path to the star map. The Pharaxan sharks in the water appear calmer and more distant. Likely and hopefully, the Selkath were influenced in a similar way. The Manaan star map provides more data to begin detailed triangulation. But the fragmented data from the maps collected so far is still insufficient to specify the accurate location of the Starforge. The final star map, which is located on Korriban, the Sith world, will undoubtedly reveal its precise location. What's quite intriguing is that these star maps, while fragmented, appear to be in a relatively similar state of decay. Regardless if they're in a forest, the sea, or the desert, they endure natural conditions easily, so it is unlikely the data within them deteriorated as a result of time, rather that it was manually removed, if not sabotaged. More will hopefully be revealed soon. With the influence of the Progenitor removed, the Selkath insanity hopefully stopped, and they have returned to the surface, or into the water. Wherever they went, the path to the surface is clear, except the door to the underwater tunnel was not sealed before.
At last, my search is over. I was beginning to fear someone else had killed you and deprived me of the pleasure. You may have defeated the pathetic bounty hunter my master sent after you, but you are no match for me. I have studied at the foot of the Dark Lord himself.
Impressive. An unexpected sight to find a Sith at this depth.
Do you think those Republic subs are the only way to reach the ocean floor? Malak and Revan found a way down here long before the Hrakert station was built. I acquired a ship and followed the same route Revan and my master used on their own journey. Then it was simply a matter of waiting for you to return for the star map.
Indeed. Ambushes seem to be the preferred method of the Sith.
Your words mean nothing to me, unless you wish to beg for your life. No? Then I shall try to make this both quick and painful.
The Manaan star map is found. Only Korriban remains as the Padawan's journey nears its end.
Jolie, may I have a moment? There's something I wish to speak to you about.
Yep, I figured it was only a matter of time until we had the whole come back to the order discussion. Well, I guess there's no avoiding it now, so let's get it over with.
I know you have issues with the Order, but you are a Jedi, Jolie. You command the Force. Without the guidance of the Council, how can you avoid falling to the dark side?
Well, I've managed to avoid it the last 20 years or so. Besides, light side, dark side, they don't mean the same to me as they do to you. I don't see in absolutes. I want to stop Malak as much as anyone. But I don't have to join the Order to do it. Look at Karth or Canderous. They're with us in this quest, but they aren't Jedi. The capacity for good or evil, like the Force itself, is in all living creatures. And belonging to the Jedi Order, or the Sith, or any group, won't change what you are at your core.
I see you were quite adamant. No doubt you've had ample time to think on this during your long seclusion. I guess it was foolish of me to think I could sway your position so easily.
Yeah, I'm old and stubborn. But I appreciate the effort. But from now on, you can just think of me as any other non-Jedi in our little group, with a lightsaber and Force powers.
This discussion doesn't make things easier for Bastila, not with the previous discussion in which she questioned the path of the Jedi.
Yes, I did end that quite abruptly, didn't I? Perhaps a master could have addressed my questions with the proper wisdom, but I never should have brought it up here, not with you. Part of my purpose on this mission was to guide you in the way of the light, to help you avoid the temptations of the dark side. But I fear I failed in that task. I don't think I'm the proper Jedi to guide you. The fact of the matter is, I have never possessed much skill at controlling myself. With the bond that joins us, it seems I have even less. You have maintained the path of the light side, but it has been in spite of my influence, not because of it. It's increasingly obvious I am unable to guide you properly.
Even if Bastila is unsure of her beliefs, she is a valuable mentor. After all, pondering and questioning everything is the path to growth.
That's a kinder response than I deserve, and I can see there is wisdom in your words. You continue to be there for me, don't you? Even after I keep pushing you away, you're still around when I need you most. You're like no man I've known before, and you're nothing like what I expected you to be after the Council sent us on this mission together. I've been trying to come up with the best way to say this for some time, but I suppose I should just come out and say it. The truth is, I have come to depend on you, not just for the sake of the mission, but for my own sake as well. I'm glad you're with us. I know my manner can be a bit taciturn, I know you must be getting sick of my lectures about the dark side and everything else. I spent all my years being hounded by my instructors, being told so often how gifted and important I was until I was sick of it. I remember when I was younger, I used to swear that I would never become as self-absorbed and stodgy as the Jedi Masters. It's ironic, really.
Indeed. Bastila has grown to be very similar to that which she once despised.
Yes, well, there's no need for you to agree so wholeheartedly. Being controlled has kept everyone around me at an arm's length. Even those like yourself who are most in need of my understanding and compassion. Maybe it's time to change that. You deserve to know how much I respect and admire you. I had to tell you how much I care for you. As a friend, of course.
But there seems to be more than friendship between the two.
Please, it's not allowed. I have to remain true to the Jedi ideal. If this is going to cause a problem, maybe I shouldn't have said anything.
It takes very little for Bastila to reveal her true feelings.
With all my training, I should be able to control myself better than this. But you're not like anything I expected. You're not like any man I've ever met before. I find myself watching you when I don't mean to. I'm thinking about you when I don't want to. It isn't supposed to be like this. It shouldn't be so hard not to think of you. It should be easy not to think of you. I should have discipline. Jedi discipline. Maybe it's the bond we share. It gives us a certain intimacy. If I could, I would return to Dantooine. I need to be away from this bond of ours. I need to weaken it. I need to be anywhere but near you. I am needed here just as you are. There is nothing that is more important than what we are doing, which is why we need to resolve this. I think we should have some privacy for this. Come with me. You're stronger than I am, and there's no point in telling me otherwise. You will be a great Jedi, I think. I hope. In some ways you make me feel weak, like I'm caught up in the wake of our destiny. But at the same time, you make me feel stronger, more alive. I realize now these feelings are part of the bond we share. The Jedi Council surely realized this. They knew my loyalty to the doctrines of our order would be tested on this mission. I'm sorry if this is not what you wanted to hear, but I felt that it was important you know our infatuation was nothing more than a result of our powerful bond.
Bastila may be able to fool someone else, but he can easily see she is rationalizing the issue and is afraid to face the truth.
You're the one who can't face the truth. Malak has to be stopped. How can I do that if I let myself be blinded by my feelings for you?
While her emotions run wild, his do not, and he is certain what he feels towards her.
You mean it, don't you? But how can I be sure you're not making a mistake? I have to resist. I have to be strong for both of us.
Love does not necessarily lead to the dark side. It can be a valuable source of strength for both sides, but only if one is grounded, strong enough to hold on to it.
Okay, you've made your point. Now shut up and kiss me, you fool.
But Bastila might not be.
No. I know we both wanted it, but we shouldn't have given in to our desire. We're Jedi. We can't act like this. Not now. Not while we still have to deal with Malak. I'm sorry. I don't blame you, but it was a mistake. I have to get out of here before somebody sees us together.
Korriban awaits.